Please put your hands together for Mr. Devine.
Howdy. So, I bought a jar of this stuff called Fun Stripe. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of that. It's peanut butter and jelly in one jar. And I thought of the next plan, the next level. It's peanut butter, jelly, and bread in a jar. You spray it in your hands, you have a sandwich. I made this discovery recently. I found out that the smarter a girl is, the worse she is at giving a blowjob. And I know that some of you girls are probably like, that's not true. And I'm like, prove it. I made a move on this girl. She gave me that excuse. Oh, it's complicated. It's complicated. I hate that excuse because it's bullshit, you know? It's never really complicated. It's like, oh, I'm seeing somebody else. You know, like real complicated is like, I can't be with you because I'm supposed to be with a man who has the other half of this medallion. That shit's complicated. Here is my impression of a pretentious GPS. What do you mean we're not in a car? Thank you. Man, I like you guys. I like you guys. My chiropractor, he put me on this new table. It's called the decompression table. Like, it's kind of like medieval torture, like it stretches out your back, but it feels really good. You know, he laid me on this table, and my feet were up, and before he started up, he handed me this button with a wire, and he was like, if something goes wrong, don't hesitate to press the abort button. And at that point I knew that was the closest I'd get to ever flying a jet plane in my entire life. Yeah. Have you heard that saying that you're supposed to love somebody for their inside, you know, not just their outer appearance? Have you guys heard that? Yeah. I think whoever came up with that just never saw CSI, because man, those insides are gross. They're so gross. I'm gonna get a little more personal with you guys. At my brother's wedding, I was in the wedding party, and I was announced as Devine. It's okay, guys, though, because I remedied that situation with the open bar. You know, and I did the cliche drunk toast for your brother's wedding, and I don't really remember anything that I said, but people told me that I got really offensive. You know, apparently I was like talking about Pakistanis and stuff. I'll never know, though. I'll never know. I'm one of 6 kids. One of 6 kids. Would you ever like to have 6 kids? No? Yes? Yes! Well, that's surprising. My mom said no. My dad, he teaches feng shui. You know, he travels around the world. He's been to all these different places. And I just remember growing up that other kids did not know what feng shui was. And, you know, they'd come up to me and they'd be like, Ian, I hear your dad teaches feng shui. What color belt do you have? Furniture belt. So a new Spider-Man movie came out, and it got me thinking, when Spider-Man takes a dump, do webs shoot out of his ass? He reads the newspaper. And that has to be hard to clean out toilets, right? You know? All you plumbers out there in the audience, correct me on that. You know? What about if Spider-Man goes on dates? You know, he gets intimate with a woman, he's just like, I'm sorry, I'm stuck. Hold on, let me pull back. He has to pull back really far because the webs stretch out. Boobs are the original bop it. You know, twist it, pull it, slap it, bop it. Yeah. I want to start a cruise for the family. It's called the Blues Clues Booze Cruise. Just so you know, like, they're like, oh, hey, what's that under the couch? Oh, peppermint schnapps. Have any of you guys had the alcohol Mr. Boston?
Yes.
Nice, I'll do this joke for that one person. I came up with slogans for Mr. Boston. Here are my slogans for Mr. Boston. I feel like throwing up tonight, Mr. Boston. Twice the chance of crying tonight, Mr. Boston. Piss blood for 3 days, Mr. Boston. Mistake a vibrator for a lightsaber, Mr. Boston. You know that's good because you're pleasing ladies and fighting against evil. You know, you're pleasing the ladies, you're like, I am your father. That was wrong. I was walking down this street in Florence, Massachusetts, and this car pulled up next to me, and this guy, he rolled down his window, and he said to me, get in my car. And I looked at him, so I was like, why am I gonna get in this guy's car? And he was like, there's a bear chasing you. And I look behind me, and lo and behold, there's this bear running towards me, which is a surprise to me because, I don't know, I didn't know bears are so stealthy. You know, I had this bear running towards me, this guy telling me to get in his car, and I just froze. And I thought to myself, is this man trying to save me from this bear, or is this bear trying to save me from this man? Lo and behold, 20 feet away, that bear swerved into the woods. One day I'll be able to thank that bear on a mutual ground where bears and humans meet up. Which I thought was the zoo at first, but that just sounds offensive. Sounds offensive. My friend Aaron was talking about phoenixes. You guys have heard that saying that when a phoenix dies, a new phoenix is reborn from the ashes of that dead phoenix. Do you ever think about how traumatizing that moment is? Just like your dead parents, just like, and it's sad because all phoenixes are orphans. And let's say a bear eats a phoenix, and then he takes a dump, and out of that dump rises feces, but spelled with a PH. But spelled with a PH. I want to start a home cooking network where we take your home and we cook it. Here's my last one. If fat people could fly, there'd be more shade. My name is Devine, that's my time.